Flyover Politik podcast, the show for normal Americans. From his undisclosed bunker, here's your host, Tony Reed.
We need to defang Trump as much as possible and make sure that neither he nor anybody who follows in his footsteps has power after the next two elections. But beyond that, we really need to do a thorough purging of the United States. We need a demogification, and that is, I'm not going over the top by using a word that's very similar to the denazification that we pursued successfully after World War II in Germany.
Welcome back to Flyover Politik podcast. There could be no better way to start a podcast. Demagnification. Nazis. For people that just don't agree with you. Yeah. When they're not doing that, they're doing this. This is another great soundbite.
Until we have done everything in our power to bring the United States to its knees, let us not lose sight of the enemy. For every U.S. military base that crumbles, and for every U.S. soldier who returns home in a casket, we cheer.
We cheer. And then there's this.
I had to come and make a TikTok because we got a racist lady here in the Sam's Club. I asked for her help because my Sam's Club membership had just expired, so I had 5 items. You can clearly see it's 2 pineapples here, an orange, a grape, and a strawberry. I asked this lady very nicely, okay, do you think you could help me? I'm gonna renew my membership soon. I'm just trying to purchase these 5 items for my kids or whatnot. She acted like she just couldn't help me, like it was just gonna hurt her membership for her tapping her membership just to help somebody out. It was rude and it was racist. You could have just said, no thanks.
This goes on forever. She calls her a tired bitch and that she's racist because she wouldn't illegally purchase something and lose her Sam's Club membership. You can't buy things. How the fuck did this lady even get in the building? They check you at the door. And that's kind of a perfect synopsis of today's podcast. I could end right now, but I won't. Today we're going to cover Norwalk, graduation, Paris burning, New Jersey, woke, a little Hamas, TikTok. This is the last podcast until the 22nd of June. I'm going to Oregon on the 8th. I will be out there with my mama. I'm going to stay till the 20th. It might be the last time I ever see her. What the hell is that on my arm? A big old red spot. I'll be out there helping mom, getting stuff, and just not babysitting, but, being there. She's lonely, and it's just hitting her that she lost her husband of 43 years. I am very sympathetic. I hit 40 years next year. Figure I'll die in my 70s. That'll be 60 years. 60 years. And that's a long time. I've had a lot of thought about it this week. And what it's going to be like if Gigi dies first. I don't know. So I did things. Increased my insurance. I got her to a doctor. Had her get checked for stuff. Doesn't have physical since she was a baby. So anyway. So this is going to be the last one. I'm going to make it long. And, I might catch one more before now and then. It just depends. I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow for my stomach. I'm still in that study. I'm going to tell them now it's like IBS shit. And I can't eat beef. I ate beefaroni yesterday thinking that's not beef. Oh, my God. I was sick as fuck. Anyway. And then, I'm supposed to talk with the wife because, it's 11 days. It's a long time. I got to be quite honest. I haven't been away from most of our marriage. I haven't been here. But since 2018, when I quit traveling, 2019, I've been home for the last 7 years. We haven't been apart. I got to be quite honest. I'm kind of a bitch about it. I don't even know if I can sleep. But anyway, let's go into off this. And I don't mean to be racist, but what the fuck is wrong with African Americans and graduations? What is the deal, man? You either acting a fool, which we've shown, or you got this. There's hundreds of these fights at a graduation. Boy, just beating the shit out of each other. This one's on the floor. These are students. There's always a black woman screaming, too. This is up on the side. Then these two, of course, start beating down on the one. That ain't fucking nice. And then there's this
all right,
one.
Another one of these graduation videos. I don't know what's going up with graduations all of a sudden. I mean, well, it's graduation time, but why are all of a sudden all these graduations ending in fights?
It's even the women, man. That's a dude beating a girl. And then there's, I think I have it in liberal, but I don't know. There was a 68-year-old black grandma stabbed and killed and left for dead on a subway in New York. And then you have this guy. This was this week. A white girl. Listen, young white women. The world is so dangerous. Why are you riding in an empty car? You never do that. You get in a crowd. There's strength in numbers. That's why sheepdogs put the sheep in the center, man. And being that I used to be a sheepdog when I didn't have bad health, well, I carry a pistol now, so I guess the natural equalizer. The fact of the matter is, you stay in a pack. It's not a black thing. It's not a white thing. Jesus Christ. Look at the Middle East. But look at this. This guy walks right on and just starts beating her for no reason. She's all by herself in the back of the subway. I could show you 50 of these. Kicking her. Well, why? That's just a snippet. He kept going. And mega hat wearers. I'm telling you, literally, I don't know what you're doing. In this day and age, my wife is very opinionated on it. And as much as I don't want her to be, I tell her all the time, you got to pick your fights, babe. That's just, you wear your Trump stuff, and there's a time and a place. I didn't even hear this case. This is from April 2015 or 2025. It took forever for the college to do anything with this. This was a student teacher in his PhD. And this is about 4 minutes long. I'm going to play it because it has a body cam. As he's talking to the cops, because everybody up there in Washington State are far left libtards, he's basically justifying, he had a hat, so I beat the fuck out of him. Me and my faggot buddy. Oh, I shouldn't say that word. He got no sentence. No sentence because he hit him in the leg. That's how the judge ran it. But you can beat on a motherfucker just because he has a hat. Just because he says words you don't like. Just because there's all this justification coming from Krugman, who started the show with the little, we need to demagify. That is such violent rhetoric. There was never been a time where I've heard any pundit or conservative speaker, not the crazies, I'm talking normal people, go, we need to de-liberalize. We need to send them all to an island, deprogram them. We need to put them in a re-education camp. We need to put a bullet in them. Jesus Christ, people. Who is the fascist? These people.
Pullman is farm country and is home to Washington State University, a campus that's focused on academic excellence and is supposed to be welcoming to diverse values and ideas.
So I was walking like this, my head down.
That's why Jay Sani says he never imagined his political leanings would make him a target.
Patrick just probably hates Trump.
After a long day at work, the WSU junior says he got ambushed and jumped by Patrick Mahoney and Gerald Hoff.
Patrick, ripped the hat off my head.
For wearing this bright red Trump cap.
He said to me, "Go get it, bitch," or punched me a bunch of times on the back.
Sani says they unleashed a vicious beatdown, all caught on surveillance cameras right in front of the Coug, a popular campus bar packed with students.
Gerald also kicked me also a bunch of times too. Patrick, he grabbed my chest, I slammed it on the concrete as I was falling.
He tried to defend himself.
So I had to go throw my food at his face.
But Sani says 2 against 1 was just unfair.
And I was like, what the hell just happened?
And the melee left him with multiple scrapes and bruises.
All because of this, yeah.
Pullman police eventually found the pair nearby within hours of the chaos.
I've seen this guy campus before. Okay. I know he's like
Listen to this.
dude.
Mahoney and Hoff pretty much admitted to the allegations.
Well, come on,
grabbed
buddy.
his hat, threw it, and I said, go get it. We did grab him and bring him to the ground.
But tried to downplay the incident.
I didn't hit him. I don't think I did something illegal, right? It's unwanted.
He threw a fucking bag of food at you because you grabbed his hair and pushed him. This is the real body cam. But listen how he just justifies this. I don't think I really did anything wrong. I mean, come on. He's mega.
I grabbed his hat, threw it, and I
Shows
said,
what the cops are
We
up
did
here.
grab him and bring him to the ground.
But tried to downplay the incident.
I didn't hit him. I don't think I did something illegal, right? It's unwanted touching. It's unwanted touching. I don't know what that is, right?
In fact, Mahoney tried to victim blame.
He wanted to fight. He got what was coming to him.
The officers didn't buy that story and arrested them on the spot.
You have the right to an attorney if you cannot afford one.
They're now facing 4th-degree misdemeanor assault charges.
See, the thing is that this country, was also built, around tolerance.
Sani says he doesn't know Hoff, but his prior interactions with Mahoney may have played a role in this assault, since the two are at opposite ends of the political spectrum.
Patrick said, I'm a communist because the system fails people.
Sani is a Republican and volunteers with conservative groups on campus like Turning Point USA.
Yeah, so beat his ass.
Oh, he seemed like a nice dude.
Mahoney is a
Doesn't think like
WSU
us.
graduate student and instructor, teaching
Look at
a
that piece
freshman-level
of shit.
political science class.
Had his beliefs and
By all accounts, Mahoney
I'm going to get a blow up of this guy. Real quick so I don't forget. This is Iran for you lefties. Those are dead people. Latest wave of killing. We're going to cover Paris. There he is. Look at this guy. Assaulted student where it gets jail time. That's the article from the Pullman Register. But they really don't go into, like, he did something wrong. And the judge was like, this is not enough sentence. And the attorney was like, well, shouldn't he get time served? I mean, this wasn't that big a deal. Just downplaying. It was a 4th-degree misdemeanor. He didn't even get a felony charge for putting a guy on the ground, 2 guys wailing on his face because he wore a Trump hat. And when you grabbed him and you threw his shit on the ground, he just threw his food at you like, get away. And then you just beat the shit out of him. And it's warranted because over and over and over and over and over and over, we're on the TV. Well, we need to demagnify. We need to beat these motherfuckers. We got generals. We got fucking politicians. We have pundits. I used to say it all the time when I heard people flipping the fuck out when I was in the Army. If words fucking hurt you, what are bullets going to do, motherfucker? We're in the job of bullets, not words. Those words hurt me. So I beat you up because you don't vote for the piece of shit I vote for. Because they're both pieces of shit. It's been fucking 12 years of shitty fucking choices, and you're beating people. And remember, just go, doodly-doo, doodly-doo, 2015, motherfuckers getting beat down, a woman in a Trump jersey getting egged, and the media didn't say anything. Well, those Trump people came over there. They instigated it. So instigating, wearing a hat, saying, no, I disagree with you. No, you shouldn't kill the baby. We have now justified Antifa walking around with rifles. That's where we're at. The people that say you shouldn't have a rifle are carrying rifles and walking around with guns, and they have people who literally walk around in the protests with guns and kill people, and it's not even major news. Just like that black guy wailing on the white girl. Not news. Not important. Wrong color. This fucking shit would be national news if somebody went up and beat a fucking twink in a pride parade. I'm using that analogy because to the right, the gay pride shit's just like a mega hat. Do you know what would happen? He'd get 10 years in jail, just like J6ers. You can burn down Minneapolis. You can accidentally murder people when they're inside. You can firebomb cop cars. Well, they were just caught up in the moment. That was literal defenses that worked during George Floyd. But you walk in the Capitol after the police open it, which was 99% of the people. There was like 100 people fuckheads. The other 2,200 were not fuckheads. They're stupid geriatrics walking around. Well, I'm going to go in the Capitol. One guy got 6 years for a minute. He walked in and walked out. It finally got overturned when Trump did it. And that's why he did it. But Biden released 500 motherfuckers, or charges. They weren't even arrested. Charges just gone. Jane's revenge. Have you heard of anybody getting arrested under the FACE Act for fucking burning churches? Vandalizing? No, Biden didn't do anything. But you know, about 10 grandmas on a sidewalk, God is with you. Please don't do this. Or just praying. One lady was just praying. They tried to put her away for life. A judge literally said, don't you die in prison. Your God says you can't do that. Mocked her religion from the bench. Once again, could you mock Allah? Because Allah throws gays off the roof. That's what Allah does. He don't like the gays. This shit is so hypocritical. You're going to get it. This is the stuff I talk about every fucking time. This is how you have a civil war. This is how variety's finally going, I'm done. I'm fucking done. I'm fucking done. You don't put people away. This guy didn't get no serious jail time. If it was the inverse and Sinjay or whatever the fuck his name is, beat the fuck out of the twinks, guess what's going to happen? Oh, he getting life, bitch. That's a hate crime. But we don't look at it as a hate crime when it's on the other shoe. No. That's not a hate crime because you're hateful people. We get to set the rules. We need to demegify. I don't even know what the fuck that is.
A notorious far-left activist.
Of course, I'm going to think you are beyond insane.
Who hates conservative values and is a regular at pro-Hamas protests in the city.
Almost 30,000 Gazan civilians have been killed.
Recently, he was
by Hamas.
Part of a group pressuring the Pullman City Council to pass a resolution calling for a ceasefire in Gaza, but that went nowhere.
To support the resolution.
Workers everywhere are rising up.
Sawney says Mahoney has strong ties to the Democratic Socialists of America, progressive pro-labor groups, and is someone who publicly touts his admiration for the Communist Party. Look at the hammer and sickle pin he's wearing in this official...
He's basically a piece of shit. It goes on. He wouldn't answer the other piece of shit that beat this poor guy up, who's got a mental illness. He's probably ADHD on the spectrum. He's Indian, not a white guy. That's why this didn't make the news. You can't have an Indian non-white guy get beat down by a liberal. We love brown people. It's an election season, motherfucker. Yeah. And why do you think this shit happens? Well, here's a reason. Here's a fuckface. Vesci, listen to this.
In 1 month, America will mark the 250th anniversary of its founding. Like previous anniversaries, there is a deep unease about this. I feel a deep unease about these celebrations to which I am invited to mark the 250th anniversary.
Then pack your fucking shit and get the fuck out. Pack your shit. Do you know what the 250th would be like if Biden had won, or Kamala, or whoever the fuck they appointed at the last minute? We're not using democracy, using authoritarian means. Do you know what? Oh, you will go out, you will wave a Betsy Ross flag, motherfucker. Betsy Ross, get it out. Jesus Christ. And then there's this. This is real. And we're going to go into Norwalk. We're going to have 2 incidents. Then we're going to show the Norwalk body cam. And then I'm going to get up and go break something. Because this shit's fucking horrible. This is our country. This is where we're at now. It just happened to happen in England. But this man, I'm going to show him, literally rubbed feces on a woman's face. But the judge says he's already homeless, so I don't want to make him worse off. I mean, he's a black guy, so I can't really do anything because I have white guilt. And he put feces on a woman's face. This is real. This guy. Oh, that was it. Sorry. That was a short video. Here's a guy talking about it. A black guy.
So as some of you have heard, I'm just going to read the top of this article. This man was accused of smearing human feces all over a woman's face and head in a New York subway station. Now, the rest of this article is really about how he cursed a judge out, told her F-U-B, but ain't nobody surprised that somebody who smeared boo-boo on another.
In New York City, a career criminal walked up to a random woman and for no reason smashed a bag filled with his own poop in her face. Under New York's new bail law, he was quickly released and then rearrested for spitting on another person. I'm shaking my head.
It's like, why? That's why the cops don't give a fuck. And then you have this guy. This is GB News. This is in America. I don't know where. And if you don't watch GB News, or it's GB, right? GBN. It's called GBN. It has good stuff. It's online. This is what you can do when you're a lefty. This man threatens to beat this guy 6 or 7 times. You couldn't do this as a Republican. You just couldn't do this shit.
What you thought was going to happen? You thought she was sweet?
Well, normally we have conversations. We have conversations and we talk about
people's lives are at stake, sir. This is life or death.
Life or death.
I'm the agitator. Yes. Look at this. You're surrounding
I'm the
me.
agitator.
He's spitting in my face saying he's going to break my jaw.
Speaking
I'm the agitator. I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy, yeah.
I was asking.
Well, I think you're probably a nice guy. Get down, and outside this, we probably get on down at the pub or something.
I'm sorry, I can't understand you. What you want to do? You want to kick for them? You want to kick up for them?
Listen to this.
Want to what? Sorry.
You want to kick up for them?
I think you got to go.
You out here kicking up for them?
I think you got to go.
No, I'm staying here. I'm not going to be intimidated by violent people.
Oh, you mean like you came here with guns yesterday?
I'm not scared of
you. You mean intimidated by like motherfuckers with
guns
guns yesterday?
You can swear up to me and get violent.
I'm not you if you're not afraid of him.
Why would I be afraid?
You're definitely less afraid of me.
I'm a human being here to have a conversation.
See, now you're racist. He's a black man.
You're not here to converse.
You're here to start.
You're not.
I admit it.
We're not stupid like you. You need to get
I'm here for all the smoke.
You need to get out of here. You're not authorized to be here. We run shit.
I need it.
And then you called him.
Go down to the gym.
Look at this guy.
Go down to a boxing gym if you want to scrap. I'm not going to scrap you.
What's wrong with you?
Anyone watching him squaring up to me saying he's going to break my jaw? Like...
I said it. And what? And what? You came out here. You came out here. You knew what it was when you came out here. You knew what you were doing asking those questions. You got what you wanted.
Dude, you are
now do something about it.
You are very, very
do something about it. You got what you wanted, right?
Mate, you do something.
Do something about it.
You're the one squaring
I am. I am.
Sorry.
Let somebody come and talk to me like this. Think rock. I'm who's in front of me.
Any guys gonna?
But these are the articles we get. As the nation's plummeting pride in mega hats, patriotism just isn't cool anymore. To who? Have you ever been west or south of New York? Has Mr. Crystal tried loving his country no matter what the president is? Yeah, Crystal. Are you surprised? Are you fucking surprised? Crystal. It's always Crystal. These fucking people. It's a Crystal at the New York Times. It's a Crystal at New Yorker. It's a Crystal. They're pieces of shit. Patriotism is cool, awesome, and practiced regularly outside big cities. Patriotism isn't a trend. It's eternal. But they don't believe that. They think you're a piece of shit. Washington Post said, I'm not covering this today. Well, I'll cover it. I'll cover it later in the shit. Let me see if I had any more stupid shit. No, right now it looks like it's all fucking stupid shit. Oh, here's a good one. Let me go forward to this. This is a good one. 19 families buy nearly 97 acres of land in Georgia to create a city safe for black people. A community for whites only in Arkansas got sued for discrimination. Yeah. Yeah. That's our world. That's the world we live in right now. It's fucking unbelievably stupid. And that black man can threaten a man. He can do all this stuff, and nothing will happen to you. Nothing. You will get away with it because they always get away with it. Here's a really good one. The only thing that stops violent men from raping you in your society are other men are equally willing to be violent in stopping the rapist. The West has decided that the highest virtue is quietly complying with the destruction of their civilization because to do otherwise is bigoted towards the rapist. It really is that simple. That is like the perfect thing to set off this disgusting video of a man dying as he bleeds out. He is suffocating on his blood because 3 people are racist and just beat a random white guy. The mother ran away with the 8-inch blade that he wasn't supposed to be carrying. And then they lied and said he called me racist names. And then after he's dead, they find out that was a lie.
Now, GB News has chosen to play this footage, but to be clear, and I cannot stress this enough, it is very distressing, and I would strongly caution you to turn away now if you think that you could be upset. Again, a warning, this is probably the most distressing footage you will ever see. This is the police body cam footage of Henry Novak's final moments.
I cried watching this the first time. I was that angry. They just left him on the ground. They didn't assess. They even questioned he was hurt.
Besides, I'm just trying to keep him set up.
Right.
He's got a mouthful of blood. I don't want him.
He was on the bin on the other side of this gate.
He's jumped over these fences and stuff like that. And
Right.
he's up
Move
here.
away, mate.
He's obviously fallen
Right.
from there and he's slipped from there.
There's
other shoes left over there, mate.
What's your name, mate? Huh? Has anyone been hurt other than him?
Yeah, me. He's grabbed my brother. He's took my turban off. Started grabbing my head.
Are you
like
injured?
that. Yeah, I've got swollen eye, little bruises.
Alright, just step back a little bit for me. Someone flag these down.
It's a lie.
Got this stud.
Right, let's get you out of there, shall we?
Now, I'm going to pause for a second because I don't want to be a dick. But he says he can't breathe, and they don't give a fuck. But we have had entire cities burned down for people lying, I can't breathe. Entire cities. I can't breathe because they're fighting cops. I can't breathe because I'm dying of meth. I can't breathe. We have T-shirts. We have people talk about it. But a white guy can't breathe. Fuck that motherfucker. And no, you don't see any black people stepping up on this and going, hey, this is fucked up. This is the real. He got stabbed and is bleeding the fuck out. A lung full of blood. But fuck that motherfucker. We're going to leave him on the ground and let him drown.
I was in bed asleep. Whenever just find out
Never asked his side.
Grab his other arm. What's happened to you, right? You've been stabbed? Whereabouts? Don't think you have, mate.
They don't see it because it's on the internal. It's bleeding internal. Listen.
I can't breathe.
Put the hand in the cuff, mate.
This is like real times this has happened to us. We've been walking, we can't multiple times we've had people racist
90 foot.
nothing happens.
Listen to them in the background.
He's saying he's been stabbed, so
Where
let's
is it
just
you
check
think
him.
you've been stabbed? In the face? Oh no, but we have to check, don't we?
Right.
In the face?
Just get these back off, get their details and that, and I'll keep hold of him.
Please, brother, I can't breathe.
Should we
Right, keep you on your side, mate. You better retrieve then.
Say again.
Saying to him, I'm keeping him on his side.
We were sat up when we had him here, but he didn't like it. What's your name, mate? At the moment, you are under arrest, and that's for assault, so you do not have to say anything, may harm in defence. If you do not mention when questioned, it's up to which you later rely in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence, alright?
He's dead.
He's going to be sick, I think.
He's dead. But they were so concerned with those pieces of shit.
They just want you to call it.
Yeah, we've got this male. He's been beat up. Are we able to get an ambulance, please?
He's dead.
His pupils aren't even reacting.
They just let him die because they don't want to be called a bigot. The mother stole the knife. The guy just attacked him because he was white. And there's no outrage. Those people aren't fired. Nothing's happening. Because you're just a bigot. You're a fucking bigot if you say, hey, these motherfuckers are raping and grabbing women. Hey, these motherfuckers are beating white girls up on a subway. You're a bigot. And it goes back to it takes strong people. It's going to take vigilantism. There's going to be people going to jail for just defending people. Just defending people. But it's, fuck it. Fuck it. Man, what's wrong with you? Why are you such a bigot? It's not all immigrants. I never said it was all immigrants, but that immigrant just killed a white guy, and you watch. He ain't gonna go to life in prison. He's gonna get about 15 years. We don't want to hurt his ability to become a fucking citizen. They've already done that. Group rapes and murders. Well, we want them to be able to get their citizenship. And where does it epoch? Well, it epochs of Paris. I want you to tell, are these Parisians? Are these Parisians? Because I don't think these are Parisians. I think that's what they call themselves.
High-energy celebration instantly turned into utter chaos right in the heart of Paris. Hundreds of people are seen panicking, sprinting, and running for their lives as thick smoke suddenly fills the air right in.
Look at this shit. Beating people. They literally surrounded cars. Burned the cars. Not a cop anywhere. Look at this. Look at this shit. These are all immigrants. Look at the color. Those aren't Parisians. How about this? Look at this. These poor people are getting beat in their car. There's not a cop anywhere because they don't want to offend people. We don't want to offend these peaceful migrants. Just beating the shit out of a woman. Yeah, that's okay. Burning shit. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, we're just going to blow shit the fuck up. Fuck it. Yay, our soccer team won. This one, they disassemble a fucking car. Who are they? Who are they? Who are they?
Paris is burning, and the world is watching. What should have been a celebration after PSG's Champions League victory has descended into violence across France. More than 800 arrests, hundreds injured, police officers attacked, cars burned, businesses destroyed, a teenager stabbed, entire streets turned into battlegrounds. And this wasn't a war. This is the result of decades of mass immigration, decades of failed integration, decades of...
And what do you get? Look what they did. Those people were on those bikes. And then you wake up the next morning and this is what it looks like. I'm going to pause it. because it's too fucking big. There's no way for me to fucking fix this shit. I need to get with my nephew and say, how do I set OBS so that only fucking projects to one side? Look at this fucking shithole. This looks like what happened in Union Station. I didn't play it the other day, but Trump went in. He got all criticized. It was all Hamas. It was fucking poop in the goddamn fountain. People are like, I don't even remember it being like this. It was always filthy. Look at this. They ripped the doors off the shit. "108 people injured, 291 held in May Day protests in cities across France." That's what you get when you fear being called a bigot. A man bleeds out on the ground while the cops are too scared to do anything, and they take the word of a piece of shit and his piece of shit mother and his piece of shit brother, because they're all pieces of shit. People who come to another country aren't good people. If they're on a visa, yes, they contribute. Most of them are pieces of shit in their country, and they come here as a piece of shit, and instead of making them fucking prove that they're worthy to be an American as in contribute, we give them free shit and call regular citizens pieces of shit because we don't want them to replace us at the voter box. Sorry, Democrats. It isn't MAGA, Krugman. It's American. TikTok time. Okay, we're going to start. We'll do New Jersey in a second. I think I'm going to back off this. I want to get into this Planter thing. Now, remember, we have let Planter pretty much do whatever the fuck Planter wants to do. He can be a Nazi. He can be a piece of shit. Nobody seems to care, all right? Nobody cares. He even walked his wife out and did this.
Hey, everyone, it's Amy. I wanted to make a statement today, and, oh, sorry, I'm getting eaten by bugs. I wanted to make a statement today in response to a couple of news articles that are out there about my marriage to Graham. If anybody knows me and Graham personally, you know that we got married in 2023. We live in Sullivan. We've got 2 dogs, and we love each other deeply. So it makes me really angry, disappointed, and I find it really shameful that there's a group of media outlets and people who are willing to spread gossip instead of talking about real issues that Graham is.
Now think about what kind of scumbag you got to be to have. Here are the texts. These are graphic fucking texts. I'm pretty sure this is it. I downloaded it.
What's worse?
Yeah, let me pull this up. This is fucking horrible.
Know what's worse than a shitty ass person? It's a shitty ass person pretending to be a genuine good person.
Yeah, saying fucked up shit. So you're basically cheating on your wife, and then you make her out there and grovel for your fucked up campaign. Tell me a Republican that could be a Nazi, tell people to die, have a shitload of fucked up statements online, and then make his wife do this. This is Asmongold.
You go and make your wife come out and try to absolve you for cheating on her. Like, that is the nastiest, most snake shit that you can do.
Yeah, and here's the media, of course.
Guy who's been through the sort of pitfalls of someone who didn't come up through the political system. That being said, that means that his bio is all he has. He doesn't have a record in elected office. He doesn't have, a long resume in politics that he can point to sort of tell the voters what kind of senator he would be. And so, in an uphill environment for Democrats on the map, right, it's a good year for them vibes-wise, but still a very tough Senate map.
At no time did I ever hear anybody say, this guy's a piece of fucking shit. This is actually Washington Post. Former Washington Post and Politico editor. Let's call this what it is. Egregious betrayal by campaign aide Genevieve McDonald, who was sick of his bullshit. His wife was asked if there was anything to be worried about, routine Oppo research position. Wife was honest, and the vindictive aide told the press she should never work in politics again. Ask yourself, would former WAPO and political writer Louis Romano ever say this if it involved a GOP politician being exposed as a predator? Do apologetics for a cheating Nazi. Yeah. Yeah, Planner Camp fame confirms he sent sexual text. That's all Politico did. New York Times, breaking. Amy Gurdon, the wife of Grand Planner, the Democratic candidate for Senate, Maine, told his campaign in 2025 about sexual messages he sent to other women. This is in the past. There's a Grindr picture. Or I think it is. I don't know what this is. I'll put this here. Boop, doop. Yeah, that's him. Real Here's Grand Planner active profile on Kick. A predator site. Yeah, that's good. That's really good. Sexy scandal just got work for Planner. Team threatened former staffer, then tried to destroy her. Top Graham advisor threatened former aide over sexting stories. Wall Street Journal called me Friday morning to tell me they were running a story that verified through multiple sources. I'd spoken with them months ago off the record, so it was a courtesy call. Probably still get some blowback. After Wall Street Journal reached out to a Planner campaign for comment, Morris cast demanded that I call the Wall Street Journal and retract everything, this female says. Crystal Ball's husband. You could expect it to be as bad as you think it is. We're going to get back to that. Sorry, we're not doing this. When every Republican is a pedophile, rapist, and a child murderer, it could be 300 women. We don't care. Yeah, that's obvious. That's pretty fucking obvious. It's obvious you guys don't give a fuck he has a Nazi tattoo. You don't give, almost every precursor that would make a Republican have to die. Yeah. We don't care. Pieces of shit. Just pieces of shit. This is why I hate both fucking parties. Rashida Tlaib. They did a thing on periods. I think I got the video. Video. Here it is. Periods are hard.
Today we are here to talk about women's pain and how long it's been overlooked.
I want to stop for a second because you told me dudes are women and women are dudes.
In the summer of 2015, while starting my career in New York City, I woke up on the floor of my local bodega, drenched in sweat, being dragged into an ambulance. 2 male paramedics hovered over me.
I'm not playing anymore. It's the same old people. It's Tlaib, it's fucking AOC, it's all these fucking pieces of shit saying how hard it is to be a period, but you also tell me I need to put tampons in a male bathroom. Shut the fuck up. Eva Duffy Afrana, terminal case of terminal danger syndrome over at the Daily Beast. Anyway, here's Rosita, and I think this afternoon. Trump, let me save what was the article? I didn't do it right. Trump goons Nepo baby announces birth of daughter. And then the left had a problem because Pete Hegseth's wife does PT with them. Jennifer Hegseth is not a government employee, doesn't have a clearance. Why is she accompanying Hegseth on official events? Why do you need a clearance to go do PT? This is PT, ethics concern that government funded her travel. But more concerning is her inclusion in high-level meetings and secure messenger groups. The whole world literally shows a picture of Jill Biden running presidential meetings. By the way, this is official travel. Hegseth is in Singapore for the Shanghai summit. The taxpayer for the bill for Jennifer Hegseth travel. Is she also attending the summit? You are correct. It is ridiculous he brought his wife. He should have brought his wife and his children. The Navy still is not fully recovered from Fat Leonard. I can't think of a better way to move past the scandal than turning East Asia diplomats' trips into families. Burpees do not, in fact, require a TS clearance. Guess they didn't teach you that in law school. She didn't do asshat things as such for attention non-athletics. Jill Biden literally led a cabinet meeting. Shut the fuck up. That's the left. That's the fucking left. That's the fucking left in a nutshell. These fucking people are fucking crazy, and I don't understand how people vote for them. So, here's some more migrants, and I'm going to show this. I was going to do it in the beginning. This is a dude trying to get in a car. Didn't make the news. He's trying to break in the car. I have multiple of these. Here's another one. At night. That is creepy as fuck. I'd shoot him in the fucking face. Here's another. Trying to break into the car. He does. What the fuck are you doing?
Excuse you.
Motherfucker runs. Yeah. But in Libland, that is not important. Dart introducing the President of the United States. That's important.
First off, I want to say that some things are bigger than football, and this is one of those things. Jackson is one of our leaders. He's the face of our franchise. He not only represents himself and what he does, but he represents all of us. And that goes for anybody who wears a Giants uniform. But if he chooses to align himself with a man like President Trump, it's my responsibility, based on what I believe and what I stand on, to not only show my teammates that I'm against that, but to show the world.
Yeah. Aren't you virtuous? A man can have a different politics than you. I hope you don't have a long career.
It's graduation season. What was once an ancient ritual intended to celebrate academic achievement has now become a mandatory civic pageant of air horns, aisle theatrics, family vendettas, and folding chair warfare. What follows is a growing body of evidence that the ritual may now be operating independently of its original purpose. We begin in Toledo, Ohio, at a kindergarten graduation ceremony inside Queen of Apostles School, where a dispute over seating arrangements escalated into a multi-family brawl, resulting in one hospitalization, one arrest, and the cancellation of the ceremony itself. Encouragingly, the children are receiving...
I'm literally shaking right now. I was just getting groceries, and I live in San Francisco, and I never really feel fully safe. If you live in San Francisco, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. And I just got groceries. I'm walking out of the store, and this guy is walking past me and says, "Move, you stupid bitch," and he spits in my face. Spits all over my face. And then I say, "Excuse me, did you just spit in my face?" And he says, "Move or I'll you."
That's great. Here's Chicago. White people can't come out the door.
I'm trying to see something.
Or won't let them on the train.
I'm trying to see something. Wait, I'm trying to see something.
Yeah, see, that's cool. That's cool. Cool people do that shit. I would never get on Chicago transportation. Here's some more. Motherfuckers stone. People shitting on the train. Here's one of somebody shitting on the train. The big dookie on the train. Took a dump on the train. Dump on the train. PSA, Gold Coast girls guy spitting on. Here's another one. Spitting on a woman.
To my Gold Coast girlies, I just got spit on while walking on West Elm Street by a black guy with dreads, and he purposefully targeted me because there was no one in front of me or behind me, and he literally just came up to me and spit on me.
And you vote for it, and you have white guilt, and you wonder why people in the South don't, because that guy would be fucking in the hospital.
Guys, this is in Toronto, Canada.
Toronto, Canada. Shitting on the train. This is Blue States. And here's our last little train fiasco. I don't know how you guys do this shit. Look at this. Scraping her heels. Water coming in. Here's Wiener.
We know that the sex offender registry contains a massive array of crimes, including, having sex in a car or in a park. That gets you on the sex offender registry.
Targets gay people.
We also know that LGBTQ people have been massively and disproportionately targeted and subjected.
Probably because it's called patterns. Every week there's another important person like you that got caught with child porn, fucking a kid, grooming. It just happens. Not all gay people are groomers, but you say all Republicans are groomers and pedophiles. So there's that. Here's a piece of shit from Seattle.
What have you done in those regards?
Yeah, so we're working on that. So we have conversations going on with the departments. And yeah, it's just, I don't think it needs to be explained why it's problematic to have random people showing up to daycares. I think the fear in the Somali.
She goes on, the fear in the Somali community makes me not research the $80 million worth of fraud in Seattle. So they're not doing anything. Because, once again, it's Norwalk. That's why I cover it. That's Norwalk. We don't want to be called a bigot. Here's a police of Richmond, Virginia, mandatory gay classes.
Hi, my name is Captain Kim Mooney. I'm with the Richmond Police Department. I am the LGBTQ liaison for the department. This past week, I taught the 132nd basic recruit class.
Why do people need this? We have plenty of gay training all through high school now. You're grooming kids to be gay. Here's Whoopi losing her shit over something. I kept these down today.
He's not going to, say, oh, you're with a white guy. I'm going to keep you from being deported. No, he's going to deport you and put the white guy with someone else. The man is out there.
She goes on to say that we're literally going to break up integrated relationships. And she could say that and nobody does anything about it. And it's fear-mongering. It's seditious. It's a lie. But the left can do it. ABC, we're doing a salsa gay dance. That's what we did for Pride Month. I thought Pride Month was already over. Are we on Pride Month again?
That was an amazing performance by Pride Salsa, helping us kick off Pride Month celebrations here at GMA. Shine a light on the
How many fucking months of Pride? Is it June? I thought we already had Pride Month. We're always prideful. Vets get a day. That's kind of fucked up. And then we close on this before we go to New Jersey. This is 8th grade, middle school, graduation, valedictorian speech.
My name is Daniel Mattingly, and apparently this school doesn't know better than to give an angry gay kid a microphone. No shade at all, but I came to the graduation planning to give a speech about my trauma influencing me as a person. And black, brown, and mixed youth are facing oppression nowadays and being forced to fear their own identities. I had a speech ready to cheer on and encourage oppressed youth, which makes up the entirety of the school. I was told by Mr. Dawson and Miss Imes there's a time and a place. My speech is too negative, it's too controversial. This school is built on racism, sexism, and homophobia. I encourage everyone here today to stand up for yourself, even if it makes a scene. This school is fucking ridiculous.
That's a piece of shit.
I'm Bishop Darrell Watkins, and let's queer up students and youth culture. 8th graders' graduation speech accusing school of homophobia goes viral online. An 8th grade graduation speech in Louisville is drawing national attention after a student publicly accused his school of racism, sexism, and homophobia during the ceremony. Daniel Mattingly, a gay student at Stewart Academy, had originally been selected by the student council to speak at graduation. He said his prepared speech focused on acceptance and personal hardship, including losing both parents to cancer. According to Mattingly, teachers said earlier versions of his speech were not positive enough, leading him to revise it several times. He later learned on the morning of graduation that he would not be allowed to speak. So instead, Mattingly took the stage and delivered a different message. He said, quote, "This school is built on racism, sexism, and homophobia. I encourage everyone here today to stand up for themselves, even if it makes a scene." End quote. Mattingly later explained that he chose to speak from his heart, as staying silent would have gone against what he truly believed. After the ceremony, a video clip shared online by his uncle quickly spread across social media platforms. Reactions have been mixed, with some praising the student for speaking openly and others questioning whether graduation was the right place for the remarks. Where the fuck would be the right place? Where is the right time to be you? Where's the right time to stand up for yourself? Like, I hate...
Grooming. It's always grooming with these people. It's always grooming. They start so young. Why is an 8th grader that angry? Because his teachers force that shit, and pieces of garbage like him push it on. He should be suspended. You should not be able to go on a stage and say that, regardless of how much you hate America. All right, going to go right into New Jersey. I'm going to start it with, basically what should be nationwide news. But it's not nationwide news because we hate Trump and shit. We have decided that we don't want that news. We're just going to ignore it. We're just going to ignore this fucking horrible fucking news. This is just fucking so unbelievable that I didn't even know about it. And I only stumbled across it because I was searching for New Jersey shit. And in the quest to find New Jersey shit, I find out that an illegal migrant who shouldn't have been in the country got in and murdered 3 people because he was pissed off. And why isn't this across the board news? Anybody tell me why? Oh, because it's more important to talk about the faux war on trans people and gay people and all that shit. That's more important. That's what we need to talk about because God knows we don't talk about that enough. We don't talk about the world is so against us and we don't have a voice, even though we are forced to listen to this shit 24 hours a day and see gay salsa dancing. So a legal migrant accused in triple murder was deported 3 times. People magazine, of course, didn't cover it. They just show the picture. Grandma, young mom, and 2-week-old baby stabbed to death in triple homicide at California home. It's a domestic. It's not real. It's a domestic. Why? Why do we put up with this? Does anybody understand why do we put up with this fucking shit in our country? Why do we think it's okay? Why are we so cowed by pieces of shit like this that make us think that we can't stand up and say, hey, some illegal migrants are pieces of fuck? That's him getting arrested.
A mother, daughter, and baby were killed in Modesto, California on Thursday. 23-year-old, a 54-year-old, and a baby boy. He was only a couple months. They were allegedly...
The Modesto Bee has put an article out with an update on the triple homicide that took place in my hometown of Modesto, California. I just want to first send my condolences to the family.
There was a tragic triple homicide yesterday in Modesto, California. So officers are called to this home. They go into the home and they locate a 23-year-old woman, Fabiola Gonzalez.
They were 3 generations of one family, including a baby just 2 weeks old. And on Thursday morning, family members say these 3 people are dead.
Nobody
wants to cover it for what it is. He was deported 3 times.
3 people are dead, including an infant. It comes after a stabbing in Modesto that forced an elementary school to go on lockdown.
Modesto police say the suspect was found hiding inside a nearby home hours later.
This all started just after 9 this morning. Police responded to a disturbance on Monterey Avenue. Investigators say they found a 23-year-old woman dead outside the home. Then they found a 54-year-old woman and an infant. Both had apparent stab wounds.
This all happened right across the street from Orville Wright Elementary School. Students and staff were moved to La Loma Junior High School while a search for a suspect was underway.
It's a scary thing, you know, because our kids go to the school and for them to go on lockdown and, you know, it kind of alarmed us and wanted to grab our kids out of school and, you know, bring them home so that way and that we know firsthand that they're safe.
It's very unfortunate, very sad, you know, especially.
At no time in this video do they say he was been deported 3 times, a criminal, has a long rap sheet, he's a piece of shit. He shouldn't have been around those people, but we're not going to talk about that because Trump bad and shit. Trump bad. Which segues, sadly, into these idiots in Wake Up, New Jersey. Nothing about what's happening at Delaney Hall's organic, folks. It's a scripted movie like Outrage meant to drive a false narrative. Here are the do's and don'ts they want from content creators. Pay attention to who's doing exactly this on their take to fuel chaos. Do. Focus on their demand for freedom, calling concentration camps, detention center. Share clips of ICE encounters that clearly show ICE as the aggressor. You edited it. Highlight stories of families who are impacted. Make a broader link to the network of concentration camps. Use humanizing, people-centered language. I don't even know what that means. Don't call them detainees. People, captives. Don't call them detention centers. Concentration camps. Don't say people were arrested by ICE, as that implies they did something wrong. Tips for content. It shows it all. Focus on the demand for freedom and human rights. Content hook ideas. You need to know what's happening at Delaney Hall. Pay attention. We have concentration camps in America. Content. Wake the fuck up. Amplify it. Videos and content of incidents. This is all scripted. It's a whole thing. Need your attention. Attention on Delaney Hall. Mainstream media is really not covering this. Really? They can't cover because you're beating people. They're scripting the outrage. That's the same DNW with $7.2 million in assets of Ford Foundation. Core message. That's who's doing it. Who's the other one? That's not a grassroots. And all the same. Soros. It's the same fucking people. It's always the same people. It's never not the same people. It's always the same people. Coordinated supply operation exposed at Delaney Hall ahead of protests. Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Look at this shit. Everywhere you go, you see this. This is what they're doing. It's not even remotely grassroots. This is AstroTurf. That's what I was told. It's all scripted. Everything's scripted. This is what these peaceful, but mostly firing, but mostly peaceful. This is what they did the night that they fucked up Cam Higbee. That doesn't look peaceful. That's pieces of concrete through windows. Yeah, that's like what we like to call bad. Really bad. A journalist just filmed inside Newark's place, Nick Sorter, and let me get to it. It's in my key. And here's the video. Tens of thousands of dollars equipment already on site. Riot gear, not signs, not banners, riot equipment. Hot food delivered every single hour. Medical section, extensive tents, organized supply chain. This is outside Delaney Hall Detention Center, New York. Protests have been running for over a week. They are allowed to do it. At the NGO documented week-long violence. State police had to intervene just to restore basic order. Nobody is asking who's paying for hourly catering. Nobody's asking who sourced the riot equipment. Nobody's asking who coordinated the supply logistics. This is not a group of angry citizens showing up with signs. This is a funded, staff, continuously resupplied operation where people are getting paid. Someone is writing checks for this. Someone is organizing deliveries. Someone has made sure the equipment arrived. The protesters didn't just open a door that cannot be closed. The funders did. And nobody's looking for them. Nobody.
I don't think
you know if there's hand sanitizer anywhere? Like, or wipes or something? I'm sorry, what? Medical tent? Okay, thank you, appreciate it. Medical tent.
Medical tent. This piece of shit who was part of ruining the phone, he did not get arrested.
Breaking fuck the news you guys will never believe. If you didn't catch the live, Cam Higbee just got his ass whooped out here. They done broke his phone. They done fucked up his bodyguards. Cam Higbee ran. He is now hiding inside of the ICE detention facility in the gate. They have the gate open and they don't know what the fuck to do with his ass. I repeat, Cam Higbee just got his ass beat by Jersey.
Not really. They grabbed his phone, he sprayed him. They ran off with the phone. They used a brick to crush it. And all he's doing is filming.
Fucking shit. I will light all of you fuckers up. Come on, dude.
The police didn't come till the next day. Then they didn't know they took a thing. And then they didn't give a fuck. But it's a $1,700 phone. So that is theft. That's felony theft. Didn't do anything. Because they don't consider him a journalist. They consider him an agitator. They blame him. This is these good people.
You have 15 minutes to leave the area. If you remain on the property after this announcement, you may be subject to arrest. Again, this is a lawful order to disperse. Leave the premises immediately. You have 15 minutes.
Oh, they tried that freedom of press, a freedom of speech zone, and they just disassembled it. I'll show it in a second. They just disassembled it. All right, they let it go. This piece of shit. Did I get it? I guess I didn't get it. I thought I got this. Hold on, let me go back. This piece of shit. Save image as. All files. Hold on a second. I'm going to get this up here because this guy is a piece of shit. And luckily, I have your face, motherfucker. You're dead. How many years in prison does he deserve for threatening ICE agents? Well, now this leftist is facing mass calls to be arrested by the FBI after he told ICE, I'll kill your whole fucking family, your children, your wife, all dead. Have your face, motherfucker. You're dead, dead, dead. This is a crime under New Jersey terroristic threats law, but due to sanctuary policies, there's no local police there to make an arrest. It's also by a federal crime under 8 U.S.C. 115. The line crossed. What do you say? FBI just arrested the man who threatened to kill ICE officers or family. FBI just raided and arrested the man who caught video threatening ICE family. Nicholas Selfo is facing federal felonies. That's how you do it. That takes out the two-tier bullshit. This piece of shit, sedition once again. The left gets away with sedition. Just completed a congressional oversight visit. Member of the New Jersey delegation, Delaney Hall, should be shut down. This is not America. DHS. Reminder, Representative Jeffries, DHS doesn't make the laws. Congress does. We don't pick and choose which laws to enforce. Neither should you as a lawmaker. This is a crime to enter the United States illegally. Everyone being held aside Delaney Hall broke the law. U.S. Code Title 8, Section 325, this is a detention center. Do not provide luxury accommodations. What we do provide are basic necessities like bed, clean water, comprehensive health care, 3 meals a day until they go home. Once again, lefties, please, for the love of God, everything fucking holy. If you want it changed, change the fucking law.
Wow, all right.
Legislate. Look at that shit. They're moving the tent city, finally. So this is just regular old violence. This is the peaceful protesting right here.
Be peaceful! Be peaceful! This is not what we're here for! Stop it! This is not what we're here for! Stop it! That is not what we're here for! Yes, it is! No, it's not!
Yes, it is. Peaceful, but mostly violent. violent or mostly peaceful. I don't know how the media will cover this. Oh, they're not. That's what they're doing. Look at this shit. They're fucking animals. They're fucking animals. This is fucking evil. Look at this shit. Every night they get away with this. Every night.
Talk at night, bitch.
Your wife cheats on you. Your kids will fucking hate you. How do you sleep at night?
He's about to call him a race traitor, and he's a white guy.
Yeah, you want to go in? Yeah, fucking go in and rape people. That's what you do. That's what you and the ICE agents fucking do every day, bro. I know. Fucking
How do you know?
bastards. How does it feel raping women in exchange for fucking visitation? I know your fucking friends do that, bro. I'm fucking disgusting. You're looking side to side. I see you. I fucking see you. Give you some shit pay too. Fucking race traitor. That's what you are. You're a race traitor. Fuck you.
That's why I can't be a policeman.
Press. You got the opportunity right now, and that's it, to leave. If you don't leave out here in an orderly fashion, you are coming with us. Do you understand that?
Yeah, they understand. This is what they did. They used a barricade you didn't nail down to beat people with it.
There's another one right now.
They started arresting people finally. This piece of shit is going to jail. He bit ICE agents. And here's more about the funding.
Through a signal group where they will have people send money anonymously into those Venmos, PayPals, whatever, and they're trying to cloud who is actually funding the entire thing. They're trying to say that it's a community effort, but as I showed in a video that I just posted before coming on air, during that training session where they were handing out $100+ kits to these people, and they've got a $10,000+ setup out here. Like, it's not like one of those tents that you go buy out at Walmart, right? That you can just set up like a canopy you see at a sports game. What we're seeing are professionally set up tents with concrete anchors in the grass that cost thousands of dollars to have somebody come and set up for you, and you have to have a team to do it. And so it's like, you gotta.
Fox, that's it.
Getting his disguise on.
Okay, so
must watch. Remember this dude, Walter Masterson, was a January 6th dressed like a Trump supporter.
Well, maybe a super spreader kind of
I
thing.
think you should wear this.
Oh God.
Here, this is your mask.
Oh my God, the America mask. I might take this America beanie too, because this Trump 2020 hat, hard to stomach. I might wear it backwards, so I don't have to be too heavy.
Dude,
Yep. Because we already know a bunch of them went in. They're the ones that broke in. They got out of their outfits and went back to being black bloc and all this other shit. Here's some more. Truck driver snaps his anti-ice, won't let him go to fucking work. Here's another.
Every fed, shoot yourself in the head. Every cop, every fed, shoot yourself in the head.
You hear what they're chanting, right?
Only the left can get away with this shit. You couldn't even do peaceful protesting in the capital of Michigan.
Those are anti-ICE protesters outside of a facility in Newark, and they would tell you that they are the compassionate side. They are the side that supposedly cares about dignity and tolerance and safety and rhetoric and how dangerous words can actually be. But what are they chanting? They are chanting, "You will hang," and then every cop,
It's fucking horrible. Here's a medic on verge of tears. We need to get out. Do you understand? We made our point.
Oh, we need to get out. You understand me? We made our point. If you're willing to stay, thank you, but please don't risk your life. We could come back tomorrow. We could come back any other day. You understand what I'm saying? These people are not fucking around. This is not a fucking game. Veronica, there's horses coming up. There are horses coming up too as well. Have an MP right now.
See, they got away with it for so long. But this is the thing that's happening. What am I playing? Well, here's a Fox soundbite.
People like this. You are a protester who's been out here and you have a dirty mouth. But, okay, so that's just what we deal with. So just for people that want to know what it's like to cover these protests, it's constant with this. This is what these people do. They want people who are in this country illegally to be released out onto the streets.
It takes Cam Higbee's, Nick Sorter, Nick Shirley, all these guys that go out on the street, Freedom News. If if Twitter hadn't changed, you wouldn't see this. This would be banned. And this is the 66-year-old lady killed on a MARTA train in Atlanta by an illegal. That is blood everywhere. She's dead. You don't see this. You just don't see it. You don't see any of this. And that's why that lady's freaking out, because then it gets out in the media and we start seeing, okay, you guys are full of shit. So you want guys who rape people and beat people and are pedos, you want them in the streets because of what? And then we keep finding out, because now people are reporting it on social media, all the murders, all the killing, all the shit that's happening with these illegals that you never knew about. And then we see the protest. We see it's funded. We see they're violent. We see it's bullshit. The fucking hood is off, man. Not the KKK hood. The stupid hood that we believe the media, it's fiery but mostly peaceful. Ever since you motherfuckers did Ferguson, the average American person, black, white, pink, gay, straight, non-binary, Martian, we know what you guys are. You're a funded organization that goes out and does crazy fucking shit because you get away with it. Because the Federal Bureau of Investigation was liberal, DHS was liberal, ICE was liberal, the local municipalities are liberal. But now what's killing you is that fucking vision's getting out. People are seeing what it really is. I don't want this in my city, and they have to do something about it. And then they come and crack fucking skulls for your tough race traitor piece of shit, probably a non-binary lesbian, he calls himself, with a dick, and he gets beat up, and feel sorry for him. There is no country in the world you can walk in and demand a phone, free food, housing, medical, and get my dick chopped off and turned into a vagina for free. Nobody does that. It's not a thing. But you liberals want that because it's just about votes. You don't see the violence and what this is doing to people. Because once again, we don't even track illegal murders. We don't track illegal DUIs. We don't track deaths by DUIs. I've said on the show a million times, it hit my family and it changed what I thought about this. Brand new car, didn't own it in an hour. T-boned, illegal. The only thing that saved my son from paying for a fucking car for the rest of his life was cops in a blue city who thought their mayor, who was fucking her bodyguard, was a piece of shit and said, we're going to let this girl say she was driving even though we know she wasn't, and you just shut your mouth and you file it as that. Because they have insurance on her and you won't have to pay for it. And liberty, 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 liberty was cool. They paid his car off and his dream died. He never went and got a nice car again. He loved that car. I was so proud of him. He did all the things I never did. He researched, he got a loan so he get cheaper interest rate and get more money off to USAA because of me. Beautiful blue GTI with red calipers. That thing was badass. And his dream was destroyed by an illegal. And it changed everything I thought about this shit. I never even paid attention to it. I really didn't give a fuck. Think what it's like when they kill your fucking family member and they were deported 4,000 times, but Biden just let them back in. I mean, you could say Obama's a piece of shit because he brought in everybody in Dearborn and Islamified half our goddamn country with crazies and 4,000 fucking mosques with clerics saying, kill the infidel. Free speech and shit. But he deported motherfuckers. He wasn't this dumb. Biden and company wanted the Reagan. I get it, lefties. They wanted to do a mass fucking amnesty. I get it, lefties. Because you figure you give them free and shove them all over the country and change the electric and you'll never lose your fucking elections again. And you can turn this country into Paris or England. But you didn't have the votes. It was a stupid plan. So you let 14 million motherfuckers come in that we know of, most likely 19 to 20, that's the honest assessment, over 1,000 terrorists and pieces of shit. They have no value to the country. And this is what we get. Murders, killings, rapings. We are this close to being London. And in some cities, it's probably that way. I mean, that's San Francisco. Don't you think those Gold Coast chickies and that other lady, don't you think they're saying, Jesus Christ, I was wrong all along. I was completely wrong. Because that's the problem with most of us. We have been cowed for so long to just bend the knee to not be called a bigot. I'm no different. In public, I don't want to say shit. I don't want to be called a bigot. I don't want to be called a racist. I don't want to call a homophobe. I said faggot to start the show because I was angry. I'll probably get canceled. Somebody's going to hear it and my fucking channel will get taken down. I don't give a fuck. Those two pieces of shit gay guys beat the fuck out of a guy who's Indian because he was wearing a hat. That's why I wore the hat today. It's red. Get triggered. Sleep token. Get fucking triggered, man. This country is beautiful because we can all think different, worship different, raise our families different. It's the beauty of it. But you dipshit, idiot fucking libtards ruin everything because you never leave where you live. Paige in Oregon. I hope I bump into her. I really hope I bump into her. Paige in Oregon. I never met a soldier. Never met a soldier. Jesus Christ. Your bubble is so small. I protest everything. She's one of these morons because she's never left her bubble. And if you're in a red bubble, which I'm not, I'm in Middle Tennessee, which is diversified. I live in a block that's got black people. I've seen BLM. Across the street's a tranny flag. They don't fly an American flag. I fly an American flag. I got Puerto Rican flags. I got German fucking flags. I got flags. And you meet different people. And you learn how to live with other people. You go back in your house and say, man, them motherfuckers are fucked up. But you don't beat a bitch because you just don't agree with them. You don't spit in a woman's face, rub poop on it. You don't murder somebody just because of their skin color. And you don't just go after every goddamn liberal cause that the D people want you to believe without researching. Why am I not MAGA? I don't believe half the bullshit he says. And I think he's a fucking embarrassment. But when I made my decision, I didn't want Kamala. The Democratic Party didn't want Kamala. They didn't even do a vote for her. Not one vote. She fell out in 2020 before they started voting. She got her job for sucking dick. There's nothing wrong with that. Everybody's got an angle. It's like Bing Crosby and fucking Holiday Inn. Everybody's got an angle. But you guys didn't even want her. Biden, he ran for president 4,000 times. You didn't want him. You just didn't want Bernie. Hillary, everybody hated her. Lefties hated her. Righties hated her. I guarantee her staff called her a cunt every day because she's a bitch. And for those who don't know, I used to go to Arkansas and I ask everybody. I just have conversations when I was going out and about. There was not one person, I love Hillary. I love Bill. Those people were pieces of shit. That's all they ever say. I met people that worked at Rose Law Firm and said, that bitch is a cunt. And this lady had like blue hair. You would win elections if you didn't double down on stupid. And that's your problem. You double down on stupid. Trump said, I'm going to deport these motherfuckers. I'm going to stop crime. I'm going to lower prices. I'm going to make America great. And so far, other than gas and prices, he's deporting them, not mass, taking his time, getting the bad people out. And then what do? Oh, we release them instantly. So they go back out and they can't be caught. We have judges take them out the back door. We sue ICE for netnoid shit. 420 injunctions. We're over a year. Lawfare, but they bitch about Trump and lawfare. Get the fuck out of here. Everything Trump ever has tried in 2016 to 20, he couldn't do it. Everything he does now. Biden can give $3 billion back out in free fucking college. Trump was going to move money from the DOD over to build a wall that the Democrats built originally because Reagan did amnesty. And no, we're not going to let that happen. You can't do that. The president doesn't have a purse string. By the time he left, $9 billion went out the back door for bullshit. Black people getting free farms and taking white people's shit because we're South Africa or some shit. Are you fucking kidding me? Our biggest problem why people are on that street is because they're ignorant. Not stupid, ignorant. You haven't researched anything. You've taken a spoon and you just keep spooning in that bullshit from CNN and MSDNC. And yes, the right's no different with Fox. Just spoon that shit in. It's red gruel. And you just keep eating that shit and you never just go past page 1 on Google or DuckDuckGo. And then when you really research and go, holy fucking shit. We got illegals whacking people all over the place. It isn't as bad as England, but it's pretty fucking bad. Holy shit, you can't ride a train in fucking Chicago or fucking New York without people shitting, pissing, beating, murdering, stabbing. We got whole sections of San Francisco you can't walk because of shit and people stoned out of the gourd because we're handing them the drugs. All because if we bring them in, they'll vote. The right goes after pandering for Christians. They're not Christians. Not the people, the politicians. Vets, security, and lower taxes. The left goes after everything, including MAP, because that's the only way they win an election. And then every time they lose, we got to watch on our TV people protesting something that's been going on our entire time, and you didn't know that ICE was doing raids to get really bad people that did really bad things out of the country. Read a book to Hamas. Okay, we're going to start on this section. That is a children's book. That's all I need to say. This one. This is all the crimes, all of them put together of migrants and who they kill. These are people that shouldn't have been in our country, and they killed all these people. Your media will not show you this, because why would they? Report 1,500 UNRWA staffers are now suspected of Hamas ties, and the org could be labeled a foreign terrorist organization. They participated in October 7th. Something's out of bed. 2 young Scandinavian, Louise Japper and Mark Ullin, traveled to Morocco with a brief in place. Open on was a real problem. Islamophobia. They were raped, tortured, and beheaded by these assholes. Something's out of order. I don't know where this one went. Teenagers hacked to death in Sadiq Khan's London with swords, broadswords. But that's all good. Is it possible to count how many young European lives have already been taken by violence from immigrants and their descendants who will not be here for not political decision to open the borders, motivated by naive vision of economic benefits and ideological utopianism? Polish. Right now, the monsters are on the fucking fence in Spain because those stupid fucks let in 800,000. And now they have major problems. Meet Zul Mohammed. He pled guilty to 106 felony voter fraud charges for forging mail-in ballots. He's now running for mayor in Carrollton, Texas, and wants to be in charge of passing laws. They put him there for a reason. Signing Quiet Part Out Loud, Muslim Association of Canada promotes a Jew-free world. Every human being on the planet has a legal right to be in the United States, regardless of their criminal record, or even if they're outwardly stated their hate for this country. They have the right to be here and voice their opinions. No, they don't. Not everybody has a right to be here. I don't have a right to be in Korea. Last year, 3 Muslims from a mosque in city Katy targeted and shot a coach praying in a baseball field with a team of 10-year-olds gathered around him. They told us it was just a coincidence, not to blame Islam. Now Muslims want to build the largest Islamic city in Texas around the corner from the crime scene. They don't come to assimilate. I went to a steakhouse but couldn't afford to pay the bill, so I pressured everyone else in the restaurant to pay it for me. Then he went home on social media and boasted that I'd paid the tab. That's what Zohran Madami is doing with the I Balance the Budget routine. This is out of place, but damn. Indiana deputy John Samuel stopped on the side of the road to help Sherrod Grafton and even brought him to the hospital. Grafton then pulled a gun and shot 3 times, including through the neck. Mandami condemns Israel event after anti-Israel mob brings Hezbollah flags and death to IDF chants to Park East Synagogue. Maine citizen-led referendum to ban boys from invading girls' sports and bathrooms have been removed from the ballot after Maine Democratic Secretary of State Sheena Bellows discarded enough signatures. Out of place, but there. Dutch commentator convicted over tweet. Approximately 85% of the world's refugees are Muslims, but for some reason they don't seek asylum in the 50 Muslim countries. Germany wants 900,000 Syrians to go home. Syria just told them no and called for the migrant strategic asset. Let that sink in.
Flyover Politik podcast.
And I got to shut off. I was doing something. Stop dolphin raping tradition in Sikh Pakistan. Yeah. Hamas terrorists tortured her, raped her, burned her alive, and executed her, all while her husband was forced to watch. Then they murdered him too. The only thing that stops people from raping is strong men who aren't cold to believe that it's bigoted to say such things. I'm going to keep showing this forever. There is no handmaid tale in America. I'm going to show this. Muslim University opens Dallas. State agency investigates Islamic Tide Charter School. Iranian link Islamic school now eligible for Texas school choice funds. Terrorist org pushes for Islam and current school curriculum. They didn't come here to assimilate. They do not want to assimilate. 79% of people in Sweden who came because of war and they were oppressed went home for fucking vacations. If you understand the Bible, you understand why Marxist left is uniting with Islam. Both ideologies oppose Christianity, and their unifying goal is to destroy Christianity everywhere it exists, in politics and home and society, education, everywhere. Changing the foundation of faith of America will fundamentally change America and all our institutions, values, principles, structures, systems, and beliefs. This is why both Marxists and Islamists have in common. Providence is given to our people the choice of their rulers, and it is duty as well as a privilege and interest of our Christian nation to select and prefer Christians for their rulers. John Jay, First Supreme Court Justice. Our Constitution was made only for a moral and religious people. It is wholly inadequate. John Adams. It is a spiritual war. That's why the left made intersectionality. Dear Europeans, you don't have to live like this. In 24 hours, a police officer was stabbed. A jihadist terror cell was dismantled in Spain. In Switzerland, a jihadist stabbed people at a train station. In Rome, a tourist was kidnapped and tortured for 3 days. In The Hague, jihadists were arrested for bomb threats. In Valencia, a 26-year-old Gambian migrant stabbed a police suspector with a kitchen knife, yelling, Ali Akbar, and they said, we don't know the cause. He had to barricade himself in his room, smoke marijuana, reciting the Quran at full volume before lunging in the officer the moment he knocked on the door. Across multiple Spanish provinces, police dismantled the jihadist terror cell and arrested 10 people in a single coordinated operation. 10 men were actively planning to kill people in Spain. At the train station in Winterthur, a 31-year-old man with documented links to ISIS propaganda stabbed 3 strangers in the middle of the morning. Swiss authorities immediately classified it as a terrorist act. The victim survived. 5 migrants have been arrested on suspicion of abducting, drugging, and raping a Colombian woman for 3 days in the abandoned building in Rome. The woman was subjugated to death threats and violence as well as being raped, police said. In The Hague, a jihadist made a bomb threat serious enough to force the full evacuation of City Hall, entering an entire government building in the middle of the day. This is what normalcy looks like now. Just another Thursday that requires evacuating the seat of a local government. This is last Thursday. None of this is exceptional anymore. This is the problem Europeans now believe they have to live in. Each of these incidents was reported, briefly discussed, and forgotten before the day was over because there's always another one tomorrow. Europeans now normalize living with criminality and terrorism. They shouldn't. Decay is a choice. Transportation secretary. 5 involved. The Virginia bus crash that killed 5 involving driver who never spoke English. He shouldn't have had a license. The Gaza silence, Hamas' reign of sexual terror exposed. Behind the carefully curated images of resistance coming out of Gaza lies a dark and systematic reality of sexual abuse and exploitation that the world has largely ignored. Gazans living under the iron fist of Hamas are finally beginning to break their silences, describing an epidemic of rape, child pregnancy, and sexual blackmail. Jurors News released rare video testimonies on April 2026 filmed at great risk inside the Gaza Strip, documenting widespread sexual abuse by Hamas members. Human rights organizations in Gaza estimate up to 60,000 women are currently vulnerable to sexual exploitation, with a marked rise in child marriages and pregnancy. One male Gazan witness described finding a displaced widow being molested by a bunch of Qassam members in a tent when he informed the leader she was told to keep silent about it. Womenly protected widows and those displaced by the conflict are being targeted by members of the Qassam brigades and Hamas affiliate charities who use food aid and money as a leverage for sexual favors. This is not a behavior of a liberation movement, but the predatory criminal enterprise that treats its own women as spoils of war. And my friends, it is the culture. They believe they can do this, but America and shit. Hamas headbands and terror support marched openly through Mandami's New York City on May 15th. That flag is horrible, and there's thousands of them. Israeli is a raggedy-ass bitch, free Palestine. Cooney Law graduate, United Palace Theater, New York City. It's a ceremony. I'm not going to play it. He literally put up the flag. He's my age. 6 men received jail terms for abusing vulnerable teenagers. 6 men have been jailed for a total of 48 years for sexual abuse of a teenager that left her with lifelong psychological scars. Detectives have praised their survivors' outstanding courage after the 6 Halifax men were sentenced at Bradford Crown Court for multiple sexual offenses, including rape. This is a soft jihad. It is widespread. It's pervasive. If you haven't noticed, you have not been paying attention. Soft jihad refers to Islamic strategies of nonviolence influence, culture for media influence, political advocacy or lobbying, gradual shifts in law, gradual shifts in social norms. Slow and steady, they say it's inclusion. We know it's priming. Hassan Piker and Chunky. I've been banned from the UK. I tried to get a flight in London to attend South by Southwest London and give a speech at Oxford. I've been banned for criticizing Israel. Are we free anymore? This is oppression of Western society. citizens for our own governments on behalf of different countries. The UK has revoked my visa as well as the behest of Israel. The West has betrayed liberal values for genocidal fascist foreign governments. Pretty interesting that the whole woke right is out there blaming Israel for the UK banning Chink, even though that's laughably false given the person on the UK who did that ban is vocal pro-Palestinian named Shabbat Mahoub. So Chuck Unger and Hassan Piker have been banned from entering the UK, and the first thing they did, blame the Jews. How utterly pathetic. By all means, ignore that half of the people slated to speak at Tommy Robbins' recent United Kingdom march was also banned from traveling to the UK. Reasons given are the same. The individuals are not conducive to public good. They banned Valencia Gomez, Joey Manorino, Eva van der Broek, Ada Lunk, Philip De Winter, Dominic Don Keith. And don't forget the UK also recently banned Kanye West from entering the country. You are instigators. You are garbage people. You deserve it. This video I'm about to play, part of me doesn't want to play it because it's really evil. But once again, we were told this didn't happen. Her legs are broken. Ali Akbar. But you're a bigot if you speak on these things. You are thought to be a bigot. Here's more. These are all about October 7th.
Please don't. No, stop. Can you try to describe what happened?
A lot of the bodies were naked, totally.
מה שראיתי שם זה דברים שלא אנושיים.
אנחנו רואים כאן בתמונה אישה שירו בה במפסע. Over here, and over here, and over here.
Oh my God. They were sent with clear instructions to rape as many, to humiliate as many.
כל עץ ועץ פה ראיתי בחורות קשורות עם הידיים מכות. הרגליים שלהם היו פתוחות.
This is right after it. And the baby's
יש לי פה שוטרת, יש לי שוטרת הרוגה פה. יש בפנים. אוי ואבוי. אוי ואבוי. יש פה הרוגים, כולם הרוגים. כל הבמה הרוגים. כל הבר הרוגים. יש פה מישהו. שום סימן חיים.
That's right at the festival site. Six-year-old Rama Suisa hide in the back seat of the car with her baby sister screaming for help after Hamas terrorists murdered their parents before their eyes. And that's the field.
New day will rise, life will go on. Everyone cries, don't cry alone. Darkness will fade, all the pain will go by.
All over the world, they're doing this. As a man disgracing a holy site with his religion. That's not your country.
A sacred shrine in Japan
Africa
was destroyed. And people are asking where the line should be drawn.
This was him.
In Kobe, a Gambian migrant was arrested after allegedly walking into a Japanese shrine and damaging sacred items. This was not a small mistake.
The election of somebody like Mamdani, it is
a game changer. We need somebody like Mamdani to be the mayor of New York. And that is a victory for the Ummah. I'm jumping the gun here, but this is one of the narrow-minded that need to break here. And if you don't understand this, then honestly you need to rethink through your understanding of civilizational strength. Everybody has a role to play.
Immigrant groups who rape the most are also the ones we pay the most to live in our country. They're all on benefits, and they go out and rape, kill, burn, steal, stab. Afghan 9-year-old sold a 70-year-old man.
He has sold me to an old man. He's bought Parwana for 200,000 Afghanis, just over $2,000 US. Covered up.
LA woman in tears in Berlin, not because of an accident, but the sheer terror in her face.
The call of heaven thunders across.
Burmese installs new Pakistani Lord Mayor, Islamic prayer. Everybody's scared to say something.
The most dangerous problem we have in this moment in this country is young white men being radicalized by the far right.
We're actually getting radicalized by ungrateful foreign subversives like you, and we will continue to be radical until people like you are removed from our country.
This is a Gaza graduation. They have guns.
ברוכים הבאים למסיבת הסיום של ילדי גן טיפוסי בעזה שנערכה בשכונת זייתון בסוף השבוע בחסות הג'יהאד האיסלאמי. המופע האומנותי המושקע, על כך אין חולק, היה בגדר חיקוי אחד לאחד.
That's more peaceful. 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 It's all fucking propaganda. Yeah, he had his head chopped off by the peaceful immigrants. In the name of Allah. Okay.
The Americans think that Islam is a religion of peace. And they act like the victims. They act like we're just here in America to, migrate and seek refuge. But no, friend, Islam does not move to the West because they need help. There are 54 Muslim states around the world, but for some reason, they never move to the Muslim nation or state. They always move to a Christian country. Why? Number one, they are here to establish Sharia law. You don't understand.
That's right.
The two religions around the world that are expansive by nature are not Hinduism, it's not Judaism, it is Islam and Christianity. We are commanded to go into all the world, preach the gospel, make disciples, and baptize them. Islam is commanded to go into all the world and do two things: establish Sharia law and kill the infidel. They are here to take over the political system. Islam is not a religion, it is a political movement. And that's why I no longer call it just Islam, I call it Islamism or Islamist. It is a political...
Aussi tout un pan économique de ce problème, en plus d'avoir un problème identitaire et sécuritaire, c'est un sujet qui concerne la France très particulièrement. Bruno Retailleau, ancien ministre de l'Intérieur, a souhaité déclassifier contre l'avis d'Emmanuel Macron, contre l'avis du président de la République, ce rapport qui montre aujourd'hui...
11 kids on welfare. Sound familiar?
Mohammed encourages his children to play together and see themselves as belonging to one
This is
large
Minneapolis. Why is that?
50 million Muslims now live in Europe. At the turn of the century, that number was less than 500,000, and more are arriving every day. As the people who lead these countries try to do what Joe Biden tried to do here, and that is fundamentally change the racial and ethnic makeup.
Look at this.
One more time, I will lock you up. What's what? Hey?
Get locked up for flying a fucking flag.
Send them back.
That's why Norwalk drowned on his own
We are
blood.
obliged as Muslims to take the authority away from the people who have it and implement the Sharia. Now I hope that can come in a very peaceful way. I hope that we can do that in a way, where there's no bloodshed. If the Muslims have authority and they have the
You want a hard question?
California-based Islamic scholars openly calling that women captured in war become
This
slaves.
guy thinks he's something cool now, so let's answer this one.
That's what they do.
Chef,
They
this is a question where no
them.
imam has ever
them.
answered me and always
They're
avoid this
spoils
question.
of war. They're like Vikings. Stand up for racist and fascist dumpster vigil and Henry Nowak. These people came and interrupted it because liberals are garbage. He was murdered.
You know, as I see it and all these things you're pointing out about the different religions, there's a reason why we don't see almost no Muslim girls in the rape statistics in Britain is because it's a religiously motivated rape jihad against Christians by these predominantly Pakistani
100%.
Muslim men.
100%.
You don't find the white man, you don't find the white man in Britain raping Muslim girls as some sort of religious targeting because the reason they don't rape their own girls is because
the reason why we are seeing 35 degrees in May is because Israel dropped Hiroshima-level bombs on a civilian population. Like, environmental scientists have estimated that 30 million tons of CO2 has been produced into
Doesn't even know what she's talking about. Sitting Somali-born council member.
Meet Tajir Rage, the husband of Huda Ibrahim, a sitting Somali-born council member for St. Cloud City, Minnesota, who was reportedly caught on surveillance footage helping a woman submit multiple ballots under her name. When Rage was confronted by authorities for his suspicious activity, he provided a fake name. However, moments later, he was forced to admit that he lied when a credit card dropped from his pocket, revealing his actual identity. But the suspicious activity didn't stop there.
Nothing happened.
Now, within the Democratic and the Republican Party, we see
Hood.
the split, we see the fractures within what the MAGA movement. You see the likes of Tucker Carlson, you see the likes of Candace Owens, you see the likes of Megyn Kelly, you see the likes of Steve Bannon. He's the one who coined MAGA. Do you know what MAGA means? Do you know what MAGA? Do you know what MAGA? Yeah. MAGA make America great again, right? MAGA make Israel great again. So he said, either you're MAGA or MAGA. Choose.
I believe one day we have 30, 40, and 50 Muslim members in the Congress of the United States of America. The Constitution is made by man, can be changed by man.
It's not the responsibility of my office to do any verification.
I'm not talking about this. They didn't put Hamas on notice for their raping. They put Israel off one report. These are Muslims destroying fucking Christian church.
Allahu Akbar. برادي ضيع الله أكبر.
What happened with that video was that there was a Christian preacher, that's how, and he got kicked out essentially of Whitechapel because he was preaching, and the key thing that was said to him was, this is a Muslim area and you shouldn't go here. That's, I think,
this is Turkey. Hate America. They're taught to hate America. These are brainwashed leftists. Ali Akbar.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
Fucking sheep. You're watching Islamic Republic forces attack civilians with machetes during Iran. Yeah, that's fucking bad. This is Roma. Engineers had a bit of fun with a random woman. Okay, I don't know what that is. Sorry, that one kind of got in there. I download so many.
We are sick and tired with the Somalians,
with the
Pakistanians, with Nigerians, and all illegal immigrants in this country.
These protesters say they're declaring war on illegal immigration and want to take their complaints right to the doorsteps of embassies across Pretoria.
These Indian people here on visits got deported. That is the World War II memorial. Disrespecting it.
To the Western leaders, your time is up. Your borders are fading. Your disease is being sucked out and the unity of the Islamic Brotherhood is taking form. The sons of Islam have already pledged that this battle is a battle of either victory or martyrdom. We eject your flags, and the call for jihad has started, and it won't be long before it is you that will be feasted upon.
In 59 days, across January and February, in 59 days, there was 1,435 rapes reported in London.
And that's reported. So you could probably double that or even more multiples of it, because a lot of people won't.
That's it. The sexual assault and rape numbers have gone up by 400%. So when Sadiq Khan talks about, oh, it's the safest city in the country,
immigrant pushing a lady down the stairs. Stayed on his phone. Nobody did anything. In America, he get his ass kicked.
Le réseau frériste utilise bien sûr la stratégie de la dissimulation. Il n'avance pas de manière ouverte pour promouvoir un forme de projet de grand califat mondial. Il avance de
This guy finally got arrested. He said, I'll kill everybody and chop your head off. This is Scandinavian.
What is truly Scandinavian?
Released a spick advert in which they claim nothing was Scandinavian. They should be ashamed of the culture.
Absolutely nothing.
Nada.
Here's Hassan Piker. This is just since the last podcast. 4 days ago.
Soak the streets in capitalist blood.
Kill them. Kill those motherfuckers. And murder those motherfuckers in the street. Let the streets soak in their red capitalist bloods, dude.
What did that mean?
It's called LARPing.
What does that mean? Should people take you seriously?
Live action role play.
Should people take you seriously?
Just hyperbole amongst friends.
You say hyperbole a lot, but when are you being serious versus hyperbolic?
He is lauded by the left. He is part of their campaigns. He calls for the murder of fucking people all the time. Him and Destiny are pieces of shit. They hate the country, and their sole reason is go online and tell people they suck. I'm going to end on a positive, Heather McDonald, but I want to remember
Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce you to Araceli Hernandez, George Floyd's victim. You see, Araceli Hernandez had to endure seeing statues and heroize of George Floyd, a career criminal, a vicious, malicious career criminal who lived his entire life preying on the weak. That is what she looked like after George Floyd entered the safe space of her home, demanding shrugs from a pregnant woman. George Floyd loved to prey on the weak, which is exactly what we see from BLM, because BLM not only rioted, burned down the black-owned businesses, raped women in the streets, murdered women. We see this actually a lot in every single riot of looting and investment of their own pockets, selfishness. Because let's be honest here, they are thinking, hey man, this could have been me that was unruly with the police. And circumstances like this. Well, I'm going to memorialize her, his victim. George Floyd died doing what he loved, which was being violent and on shrugs his entire inhabited life. Those of you who suffer from black fatigue because your baby daddies and your baby mamas are 90% exactly like George Floyd, you have to stand the voice. And the white liberals that stood a voice with George Floyd, fuck you anyways. Like we give a damn. You're as weak-minded as anybody else is.
Nicely said. Nicely said. Heather McDonald's been on the show numerous times, but she's been in this, and I think it's been very good because she studies statistics. This isn't racism. This is statistics.
We get rid of all police shootings of civilians tomorrow, and it would have virtually no effect on the black death by homicide rate. Blacks between the ages of 10 and 25 die of gun homicide at 25 times the rate of whites in that age category. And they're not being killed by the cops. They're being killed by other blacks. And nobody wants to talk about it. We're supposed to believe that we're all racist. It's the media that's racist. They don't give a damn about black lives. They don't give a damn about the dozens of blacks who are killed by homicide every single day. That's more than all white and Hispanic homicide victims combined, even though, as we said, blacks are 13% of the population. Virtually none of those black homicide victims gets covered. We are not saying their names because they're killed by other blacks, and we don't want to talk about that. So the Ferguson effect says when you demonize the cops back off, and guess what happens? When the cops stop making stops, when they stop looking at hot spots where shootings have happened, and they back off, criminals get emboldened, and more black lives are taken. That's what happened after the Ferguson riots, after the George Floyd race riots in 2020. We had an even greater meltdown. We had every single American elite institution declaring it was racist to the core. And the cops were, of course, as usual, one of the main targets of this. 2020 saw the largest one-year increase in homicide in this nation's history, 29%, and thousands more black lives were sentenced to death. Whites are not the ones committing crimes overall in this country. The black-white crime rate is blacks are 35 times more likely to commit violence against whites than whites against blacks. As far as
why is that important, and why do I cover it? It's not because I'm a racist. I cover it because that is the premise that has been put in our head by the Democrats and the media forever. We're all racist. America's racist. America's blamed for everything in the world. We're sexist. We're oppressors. We fucking colonialize. We're garbage. And we believe that shit. So when all this shit starts happening, us like Europe, we just don't say anything because you don't want to be the one to say anything that can be thought to be racist. They've been ever since 9/11. What do they say? Islamophobia is up 10,000%. Islamophobia is up 10 million %. Islamophobia is everywhere. It's everywhere. Everywhere you look, every 5 seconds. Dip, please. Sorry. Every 5 seconds. Every time there's a terror-connected crime in this country, Islamophobia. We don't need to blame Islam. You blame all MAGA. You blame all Christians. You blame Christians for COVID. And churches were closed. You blame white people for everything. You blame the South for everything. You blame all AR owners for every AR crime. That's all you people do. And the point is, nobody was saying all Muslims are bad. Nobody was saying all blacks were bad. Nobody was saying all this or that or that. None of it. Nobody's saying every Mexican's a fucking drug lord. Nobody ever says any of that shit on the right because you have cowed us since birth to be cucks and just keep our mouths shut. But if you don't see this as a spiritual war in one respect for the Islamist, wipe out Christianity, joined by the left who wipe out Christianity because they don't want you to have norms and values. They want you to be a fucking animal who fuck everything, have responsibility for nothing, blame the system, and be in your house like COVID. That was their wet dream. They had you. You didn't have a voice. You couldn't leave your home. We're going to hand you money. That was their dream. And the right went along with it. Because they didn't want to be called sexist, racist. Because all the while they're saying black people are 95% more likely to get COVID. Well, then maybe they're not doing 6 feet and wearing wash in their hands and wearing a mask. Lesbians and gay people and transgender. There's a transgender genocide of COVID. It's murdering transgenders left and right. Why? Because the system makes them get COVID. We force it. We hold them and spray it up their nose. Jesus Christ. Every one of those things, most Americans go, oh, Jesus Christ, that's horrible. We're horrible. We're horrible. We're horrible. The reality is it's bullshit. It was always bullshit. It was blue cities with the highest outbreaks, and they were the one putting the most fucking impositions. But black, gay, trans, Martian, They're out in the streets burning shit because COVID can't get you in a George Floyd protest. It's immune to it because of social justice and goodness. Jesus Christ. We are going to be England, Sweden, Germany, Spain. We're going to be there. Unless we deport these fucking pieces of shit. If they're on a terror watch list, they're either out of the country or we send SEAL Team 6 and Delta after them and kill all of them. Just kill all of them. They're terrorists. We get every Muslim cleric who's calling to kill Americans and to overthrow the government, kick them the fuck out. They don't get to stay because you're not a productive member. No country lets people stay in their country and say we're going to overthrow it and kill all the fucking infidels. That doesn't happen. That's not freedom of speech. That's not freedom of speech. Freedom of speech is our government sucks. These people don't do shit for us. The roads suck. Our kids are stupid. Everything's too expensive. That's freedom of speech. But on the left, which is so aligned with Islamists, kill all MAGA. Like we started this. MAGA demagnification. We need to go through like Nazis and get everybody who's got a red hat. Oh, this is a sleep token one, but I got to go because it's red. All of a sudden, red's bad. And we got to get rid of all them motherfuckers. So that you can't have that freedom of speech. But you can scream Ali Akbar, kill a motherfucker, be on the ground bleeding out like Norwalk. He said a racist thing about me. Okay, that's fine. Then he deserved it. That's our society. But at the same instance, they're saying we're all racist pieces of shit. Well, that can't be true. If a bunch of white cops walk up with a white guy who's down on the ground underneath the car bleeding the fuck out, and a black guy goes, he called me racist stuff and grabbed my turban. Mate, where you stabbed? In the face? They didn't even look. I can't breathe. Fuck you. You're a racist. And then he's leave him, and he's on the wrong fucking lung. He was stabbed on the left. They put him on the left, and he fucking died. Or opposite. It was his right side was stabbed. They put him on the left. It filled both lungs. That was it. He was done. He didn't have a chance. Well, I think he's dead. Maybe we should call the police or call the ambulance. Jesus Christ. All because some fucking piece of shit and his piece of shit brother and his piece of shit mother that aren't supposed to be in your fucking country, but they just came in because we felt bad and shit because white people suck. Murdered him. For no reason. Using an 8-inch sitar that he can carry because culture and shit. And then you get dumbasses like the guy from Luther getting on there. Well, you shouldn't be able to have your grandpappy's Ginsu knife. It isn't a Ginsu knife. It isn't a samurai sword, dick face. It's Arabs running around with sitars. Stabbing motherfuckers. And then when it happens, you put up big knife returns and blame the white guy. Really? You do PSAs about rape. White guys, stop raping everybody. It's not the white guys. It's always the white guys. White guy. A black person can pull out, an Islamist black person could scream Ali Akbar, fuck whitey, pull a clacker and set off a nuclear bomb in New York City. They blame white guys in the South who own AR and believe in Christianity. That's how we roll. It's their fault. They had a red hat. If they didn't have a red hat, he wouldn't have said Ali Akbar and pulled that nuke. It's the Norm Macdonald. It's the Norm Macdonald. It's always the Norm Macdonald. Our left enterprises, the media, our government, most of your fucking elected leaders are so fucking stupid because they live here. They're online. So they think, well, fuck. I don't want somebody to call me a racist or Islamophobe. I better go along with these guys running around saying Ali Akbar stabbing motherfuckers. We have lost so much common sense. If the left, and this is a horrible thing, I don't wish it on them, but if the left started getting some other people murdered, and this started affecting their lives, which it is, and then they do stupid shit like, well, I didn't want to file a charge on him because he's black, and they start waking the fuck up, they'd be deporting motherfuckers. But it hasn't touched them yet. And if it has, they're so brainwashed, they don't see what people with common sense have been saying forever. A motherfucker who's been deported 3 times shouldn't be able to be in the country and stab a mom, a baby, and a grandma. That should never have happened in Modesto, and never should have happened. And there are thousands of them. But we don't report on migrant crime. We don't report on brown crime. If it was a white guy from South Africa who was deported 3 times and he went home and he stabbed some brown people, it would make the news. And then we just put South Africa on a ban list. It wouldn't address the problem, but they do something about it because fuck Whitey. Motherfuckers are walking in the street with Hamas flags. A terrorist organization saying, kill the infidel. I'm going to chop your head off. Freedom of speech. That's not free. You know, when you say Second Amendment, the right to bear arms shall not be infringed, that's not literal to these same dumbasses. But freedom of speech for what they want, fuck America, hate white people, hate the South, hate Christians, hate, all because they just want power and they don't see the ramifications of their stupidity. That is good. When Christians die all over the world, we don't report it. One Muslim gets accidentally shot in a hunting accident. It's nightly news time, bros. We're going to talk about how white guys are going all over the earth. Kill them ragheads. I didn't even show the slide. We had a lady who died from an ectopic pregnancy. She got sepsis. It was medical malpractice. She didn't go in for an abortion. She went in with fucking staph. It turned to sepsis. The people sent her home to see if the drugs would work because they didn't want to take the baby out. They, as in the mother and the doctors, the people we're told we're supposed to listen to when they say, I don't like blonde hair, stab it in the head and have a full-term abortion, because that's what the left voted for in 10 states. 36 weeks, baby. Fuck that baby. They're still taking it all over the country that it's Trump's abortion bans. What abortion bans? Abortion wasn't banned. It was allowed to go back to the states where it wants to be, where it was always been until Roe decided to say, fuck it. And this is from a person who's pro-choice. I don't give a fuck. Kill your baby. But science says 18, 19 weeks that motherfucker lives, and it's a baby, bitch. So you can't kill that bitch at 36 weeks. Common sense. I've said it 400 times. You can't go to any country, walk the fuck in, change their constitution, change their religions, get free phones, free house, free medical attention, free food, free this, free that, and then tell everybody, fuck off. My food's not halal. My food isn't authentic Mexican. And get a NewsHour piece on the TV. Only America you can do that. That's the craziest shit in the world. If you don't like it, Veshy, pack your shit. 250 years of putting boot to ass. Democrats put the boot to ass. Republicans put the boot to ass. Good presidents, bad presidents. Remember, we got in Vietnam because of Democrats, dicks. Nobody ever talks about that. It was Kennedy that started this shit. You guys hate the country so bad because you convince yourself as you're saying lies that the other side's taking democracy, taking away panda bears, taking away Tic Tacs, taking away, that by the time you get to the bottom of it, you really believe this crazy shit. So I fucking wrapped up in a Palestinian flag, little gay fuck who would be in Palestine and get beheaded because he's a gay fuck, and you can't be a gay fuck in the place you want to free. That motherfucker says to a black guy, you're a race traitor. And that soundbite is kismet. It is kismet. Total ignorance, total fucking stupidity, have no clue what the world's really like. Because as I said before in my first rant, you don't leave your bubble, man. Get the fuck out of your bubble. Stop watching the news you're on. Watch something else. Stop going on the same Reddit thread. Fuck America, fuck America, fuck America. Maybe get a plane. Just go to Kuwait. Go to Saudi Arabia. Go to the free Arab states. Or better yet, go to Israel, you fucking moron. And you'll see you have gays, lesbians, trannies, Christians, Arabs, Palestinians. You got motherfuckers who worship toilet bowls because they're a free country. They don't throw gay people off roofs. They don't stone motherfuckers. They don't sell their babies off at 9 and fuck them to death. But you don't know that because you have a media complex that just fucking hates Jews. And we are so fucked up as a world. It is, I mean, I know I'm 58. I'm the old man on the front porch bitching and spitting Copenhagen. But we are fucked up, man. We have gotten so off kilter after the Arab Spring. We can't get it back. We need a real president to go in, shut the fuck up on Truth Social. Don't say shit, but do shit. And do activate the military. And do get the Haitians, the Somalians, the Omanians, get Dearborn, get all those motherfuckers, put them on a plane, send them back to their shithole fucking country, because the shithole country doesn't even want them. They're shitheads. That's why they let them leave. And get them out of here. Every goddamn cleric, get the fuck out. Khalil is still in the country. A guy who came here to incite riots. And the left protects that piece of shit. And he was caught in trafficking. It's on video. He was bringing illegals in Tennessee and got pulled over for a speeding ticket because he's a stupid fuck. But he knew he had Democrats. And you can do anything when you got a D behind your name. You can fuck a panda bear and nobody fucking cares. And that's my final point. I'll close it out. 2-tier justice system. I'm about to go to fucking Oregon, and I don't even want to go. It's a fucking shithole. I'm not going to leave my mom's house. I'm going to drive up, get groceries. Got to get a Henry Weinhardt's beer. Probably going to go get a pizza. I'm going to do those things and then go someplace that I don't know where I'm going so I can buy a duck fucking hat and they don't have it at Fred Meyer's. But I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to see shit. I'm going to see shit. I'm going to come back and talk about the shit because I guarantee it's fucked up. I'm guaranteeing I'm going to walk around and motherfuckers ain't speaking English. I'm going to guarantee I'm going to see turban wearing motherfuckers and hijab wearing motherfuckers, and they run the shit because that is woke central. If Martians landed, Portland would say, we need to give them all our shit. Martians have rights too. There'll be Martian protests because a president who isn't theirs will say, and you want to watch out those Martians, they fucking vaporized motherfuckers when they landed. Well, they just were misunderstood. The army shouldn't have been there. It was because Christians were around. Martians aren't Christians. And then they're going to trans the Martians. I don't even want to know what a trans-Martian power is going to be on the internet and in our fucking American culture. A trans-Martian is going to be the top of the... They're going to take those black dudes with dicks and dresses and throw them the fuck off the pile of intersectionality. And the Martian tranny with 4 dicks, because they have 4, I think, who says he's a chick and has a big old rack and fake hair and gets face surgery and just stereotypes every Martian woman shit and then takes over Martian sports because they won't want that. Yeah, they're going to make sure the Martian sports can't beat the fucking their tranny sports. So Martians will have their own category and those Martian dudes are going to start whipping up on the Martian females and they're going to go, you're a transphobe. He's not taking Martian testosterone anymore. He's been taking Martian estrogen. Satan could come back. I could keep going. It doesn't fucking matter who it is. They would say they're better than all of you because you don't do what we tell you to do. You don't vote the way you do. You believe in a God. You like your wife and kids. You like having a house. Jesus Christ. The list goes on. The fascists are the people calling everybody fascists. and they sure the fuck act like fascists. So that wraps up another episode of Flyover Politik podcast. Share the film, friends. Politik with the K on SoundCloud. Rumble's no more. YouTube is Flyover Politik with the K. Email fopodcast@gmail.com. Might get a show in Saturday or Sunday, depending on if my wife gets bored or tells me to fuck off, or maybe Friday. I don't know, but I got a bunch of shit to do. I got to go doctor appointment tomorrow. I got to go get shit, get supplies, because Copenhagen is going to cost $4 million out there, so I got to get like 15 cans. So my next show for Real Reels will be the 23rd. Taking a 2-week break. Till then, disconnect from all your devices. Don't give the yes. And as always, thanks for listening. Wish me luck. Take care.